First Wayne, it's so good to be home. How y'all doing tonight? I am just as surprised as the rest of you. I'm black. I got to be honest with y'all. Growing up in Indiana, going to Indiana schools, I actually had a coach that tried to claim that I was the first transracial student he ever had. Now, some of y'all looking at me confused, like y'all don't know what transracial is, but I'll just bring your attention. A few weeks ago, we had Rachel Dolezal from NAACP in Washington. Y'all know about her? She decided to pretend to be black, which I don't know why, because I try to pretend like I'm white on the phone all the time. I'm trying to get some credit, is all I'm trying to say. But no, I had a coach that tried to tell me that I was not black. It all happened in the 8th grade in this course called physical education. Okay, there's some older folks here. Gym class is what I'm trying to say, gym class. And in this gym class, my coach tried to teach us all how to play basketball. It is believed that all black people can play basketball. Not me. For some reason, they also tried to they would take like 2 weeks out of the whole school year to try to teach you how to square dance. By some of you applause, some of y'all remember some of this bull crap, huh? It was horrible, it was horrible. And I'm as old as I am today, and I still don't know whatever the hell a do-si-do is. But once again, because of stereotypes, it's believed that all black people can dance. Now, there's a few black folks in here, look at them, and they'll tell you that is true, but none of us can, not all of us can. Not all of us can. In fact, if y'all see me on a dance floor later on, I'm gonna look like one of those Bob Romer commercials that's got sail down the middle doing this crap. And the third and final reason that my coach tried to tell me I wasn't black was when it came to the locker and shower room. Oh, hell no, wait, no, you laughing too. No. I swear to you, Jerry Sandusky was not my coach. And I didn't go to Catholic school. It's because I had the audacity to show up in my high school in flip-flops. Come on, y'all know y'all don't see black people in flip-flops, am I right? We would show up at the beach or at your pool party in our gym shoes, still have the Jordans on, and we'll just be sitting at y'all looking at the white folks like, I ain't getting no water. Shoot. Now I gotta tell y'all a little bit about myself. I am one of Indiana's rarest type of fathers. I'm a happily divorced father that's got full custody of all his kids. I know it's shocking. You're like, oh my God. There's the fourth reason we know he's not black. He's taking care of his own kids. You're like, I watched that Maury show, and every time those fellas find out they ain't the daddy, those black fellas, they get all acrobatic. They be flipping on the stage. They be dancing. But no, I do have full custody of my kids. And I gotta tell y'all, it is a challenge being a parent today. It's a challenge, you know what I mean? And I thought I was doing pretty good with my kids because, you know, as a parent, I wanted my kids to not suffer like I suffered as a kid, to not be in want, to achieve more than I could ever dream, right? And I thought I was doing pretty good. You see, my first child, the one named after me, he's in the U.S. Navy. I am so proud of my namesake. I'm so proud of him, y'all just don't know. But as proud as I am of him, I am equally proud of my second child, my only daughter. She's so dear to my heart. You see, she went through her entire school career without ever missing an honor roll. For when she did so well, in fact, that she achieved a full-ride scholarship to Indiana University. So proud of her, so proud of her. My third child, yeah, what'd you say? It's always that third child, the trouble child? Look, I don't mean to be judgmental or anything like that, but I gotta tell y'all, if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. There is nothing more hurtful, more gut-wrenching, more heartbreaking than to look in the eyes of your offspring and go, damn, he ain't gonna make it. I wish that was a joke. Look, I'm almost 50 years of age, almost 50. She had to turn around. She's like, oh my God, it's true, black don't crack, but that's a different story. It's a different story. I know, I wear it well. Actually, that's what happens when you get out of bad relationships, but that's another story. I should be putting money aside for my retirement, a 401k plan, something like that. But no, I'm saving my money for my third child's likely legal defense fund. I wish y'all wouldn't laugh at that. I really do wish y'all wouldn't laugh at that. It turns out a few years ago, my son that's in the Navy found out that he was going to be deployed over in the Gulf region. He calls me up, he goes, Dad, you're always trying to find me a great gift. He says, don't do it this time. He says, I don't know where I'm going to be. I'll have to put it in storage. I won't be able to use it. He says, Dad, if you want to do something great for me, he says, let's turn our cellular plan into an international plan so I can stay in touch with my friends and family. I did that for my son because I'm proud of him. For my daughter, she got this bright idea. Now, I told you she's going to school at IU. Everything's paid for, but she wanted independence. She decided to move off campus. Got a roommate, had a roommate from hell. Calls me up in tears. Daddy, I swear, I'm going to go to jail if this hoe steals my food one more time. She goes, Daddy, can you please give me a little refrigerator I can put in my bedroom? I did that for her. For my third child, Fort Wayne, you know what I got him? What? Soap on a rope and Vaseline. Do y'all know why? Because I'm a good dad. As a good dad, it's my job to prepare each one of my kids for their futures. Say what you will about the armed forces and the VA stuff, but they're going to get that fixed. At some point, they got to get it fixed. And my son that's serving, he's going to be all right. My daughter, I really believe, especially with this incident with the roommate, she's going to invest her money. She's going to be all right. But for my third child, I foresee him in a compromising position. Oh, somebody's been locked up before. You know what I'm talking about. For when I've been divorced now for 15 glorious years. What? 15 glorious years. And I've not been getting any support whatsoever from their mother. So I go to the mailbox one day, and I live here in Allen County, and I open it up, and there was a letter from the Allen Superior Court. Now, Fort Wayne, I'm not going to kid you on this one. I'm a real black man. That scared the shit out of me. I opened it up, and to my surprise, was a $3,000 check. Yeah, that's when I realized she sent her support. Well, actually, she didn't send her support. She filed her taxes. They intercepted that sucker. But me being a good father that I told y'all that I was, decided to give each one of my kids $400. Hold up. Did I mention I've been taking care of these assholes for 15 years? 15 years of them saying, I want, I need. That is not support. That is a reimbursement. Exactly. You know what it's all about, don't you? But me being that good father decided to give each one of them $400. The little punk-ass third child of mine, a 16-year-old, cops an attitude. He goes, Dad, really? $400, Dad? What am I going to do with $400? I can't do nothing with $400 but get 2 pair of shoes. I'm like, boy, if you blow $400 and only get 2 pair of shoes, you are dumber than the school report card says that you are. But he tried to get bad with me, want to talk back. Y'all seen these kids that talk back to their parents, right? Some of y'all look confused. Y'all got like 5 Walmarts in this town. Y'all seen these little asshole kids, trust me. Some of y'all got these little bastards. Anyways, he's trying to talk back to me. He goes, Dad, Mom sent $3,000, Dad. You got 3 kids. You gave us each $400. He says, Dad, you've been riding me pretty hard about my math and my schoolwork. He says, I added up. That's $1,200. He goes, Dad, $1,800 is missing. That's child support, and I want it. Fort Wayne, this pissed me the hell off. Let me tell y'all what I told this asshole. Wait, some of y'all work for Child Protective Services or something? It's no secret. You can look at mycase.in.gov. I got a couple child cases up there because I had to beat the crap out of one of them, but that's a different story. Anyways, let me tell you what I told this asshole. Actually, I'm going to say a list of statements. At the end of each statement, it would seem appropriate for me to shout out that's child support, but instead of me saying that, I want y'all to say it like y'all know it better than me. I said, boy, because you know when you're mad at your kids, you talk to your teeth. Your teeth don't move because you're pissed. I said, boy, every time I make that rent payment, so your lazy butt can have your own room, that money, that's child support. That was pretty weak, but we'll ride with it. And maybe I'll do better on the next one. I said, boy, every time I go to that doggone grocery store, so your greedy ass can eat, that money, that's child support. You're absolutely right. I said, and boy, to stay from knocking your ass out, the weed I smoke, that money, that's child support. Oh yeah, that was enthusiastic. We got some weed heads in Fort Wayne. Weed heads, make some noise, make some noise. Time out. In case there happens to be anyone in this audience employed by law enforcement, the last bit was a joke. I swear it was just a joke. If Allen County or Fort Wayne feels the need to tackle a black man in a parking lot, he's sitting right there. He's sitting right there, Fort Wayne. Oh, man. But I gotta be honest with y'all. I know I made those weed jokes and stuff like that I smoke. I really don't smoke. No. I sell. I'll be out there in the lobby. I'll hook you up. And looking at some of the plates in your food, I can tell some people got some munchies here, so we doing all right. I'm proud of my kids, though. I'm proud of my kids. My son lives in the Navy. He's got that affliction where he was born in November, and consequently, Indiana has that dumb law that says that if your child hasn't reached the age of 5 by June 1st, they have to sit out and go the next year. Y'all realize this dumb law? And I think it's bull crap because he ate a lot, and I was just trying to get him the hell out my house as fast as possible. But because he was 19 when he graduated, when he turned 18, he thought he was a man. Thought he was a man, could make his own decisions. Had already signed up for the military. Says, Dad, I'm a man. You can't tell me what to do. Which is bull crap, because I feel like this. If you live under my roof, you lay in the bed I bought, and you eat food from my table, and you ain't paying a dime, I get to make the rules. Right? All right. We got some real parents in here. All right. So I told him, I said, look, I know you're working. I know you're going to school. I know you got your driver's license. You want to hang out. I just need you to be in my house on the weekends by 2 o'clock in the morning. Very, very liberal thought, right? This one particular day, my son comes strolling in my house at 4 in the morning. Oh, I was waiting for his ass. Well, where in the hell have you been? Can y'all believe my son, the one that I'm so proud of today, was just a prick back then. He walked up to me, patted me on my shoulders, and goes, Pops, don't be hating it because I'm getting it and you ain't. Y'all don't know I wanted to Mike Tyson his ass, but I couldn't because it was true. Ladies got some high standards in here. Ladies will probably clap for themselves, those that have high standards, right? Okay. There's more women in Fort Wayne that don't have those standards. Y'all the whores I need to get with later because I got some working out to do. But for real talk, let me tell you how my son found out that I wasn't lucky with the ladies. You see, when he turned 16, he got his driver's license, right? He got a job. He financed and bought his own car and paid for insurance. That's the responsible thing to do. I didn't want him to become a statistic. So I decided to show him the secret stash. You know what the secret stash is, right? Because I didn't want him to have that lifelong ailment that there's no cure for that you're stuck with. Especially that one STD that's life-altering, only 4 letters. Y'all know what I'm talking about? KIDs. Kids, for those of y'all that went to Fort Wayne Community Schools. So I showed him where I kept my condoms, right? I said, boy, if you think it's about to go down, just take one of these. I want you to use it. I want you to protect yourself. Fort Wayne, my son took that first condom. He held it up to the light. He goes, Dad, you know these expired 6 years ago? I had a 6-year-old condom, sir, that I hadn't used. You're sitting with a guy, you probably have a 7-year-old condom in your wallet somewhere. You know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying, there's no bigger way to look like a loser than to give your son one of them condoms. Oh, man. Tell y'all this real quick. Not only did I take care of my kids, but I also had the privilege and the honor of taking care of my grandfather. My grandfather is from this country's greatest generation. He was a World War II veteran, fought over in the Pacific Theater, going up against the Japanese and all that, right? Proud of him. Yeah, you know that. And I got to take care of him for his last 5 years of life, because it appears that when he was ready to celebrate a few years ago their 55th wedding anniversary, my grandmother, bless her heart, and I know some of y'all looking at me like, hold up, you're almost 50 and your grandparents was only married for 55 years? Well, let me explain. When I was born, my grandfather was married to a second wife, and I don't believe in this bullcrap called a step-parent or a step-grandparent or a foster parent. I think if God gives you a parent, be glad and take care of that parent, whatever the case is. That's how I feel. Anyways. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, my grandmother wanted to sex it up, wanted to keep it sexy, keep it fresh. But she was like, I'm too old to read Cosmo. She decided on their 55th anniversary, she wanted to celebrate it the day after, the same way they celebrated the day after they got married. Butt naked. Now, that's a scary thought unless you're from Kendallville, but that's another story. Anyways, my grandfather came down for breakfast that day, and my grandmother was waiting for him. She was like, oh, Charles, my breasts are warm for you today, just as much as they were 55 years ago. Without missing a beat, my grandfather looks my grandmother dead in her eye and goes, well, Bertha, that's because one is in your oatmeal, and the other one's in your tea. That's why my grandfather ended up living with me for the last 2 years, y'all. Oh, man, I got to get out of here. I'll be out there selling some stuff. I got T-shirts. The T-shirts have the weed locked right into them, so I'll hook you up. Wink, wink. But I always like to play this. We talked about race a little bit, so I want to see if we've really progressed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my back to you. When I turn back around, if I look different, if I look like someone famous, I want you to clap. Clap loudly, but only clap if you think I look like someone famous. Here we go. Well, kiss my ass. You folks are as racist as I thought y'all was going to be. Y'all think all black people look alike, and that ain't cool. And I know I look like a lot like Dwayne Rock Johnson. Shut up. But I'm far more sexier than a Rock. I mean, a Rock works out all the time. He's got hard pecs. Look at me, ladies. If you're having a bad day, you need to rest your face, you can rest it right here in my soft bosom. But for those of y'all that said Tiger Woods, but damn, Tiger let himself go? 4-letter word, y'all. I'm Mike Moses. Y'all have a good night.